Hello. Hi, everybody. Just gonna wait a little bit for people to come on. Hope everybody's having a fabulous weekend. It was a nice weekend. We got to see some hockey games. Got to spend a lot of time outside, which was beautiful. And I'm trying to think, there was something else we did, but now I can't remember. We did a lot of things this weekend. I was almost excited that it was Sunday. I was like, oh, finally we can relax. But it was fun. It was lots of fun. I enjoyed my weekends for sure, especially with the sun coming out. It's like spring is just around the corner. Hockey is back on, which is exciting. So today, hi Suzette, how are you? So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the triplex, and I'll invite you on, Suzette, in a few minutes. Hi Sarah, how are you doing? I hope you had a nice weekend. It was nice, wasn't it? Like, I feel like spring is coming. I was talking to some people a while ago, and I was like, you know what? Summer is almost here, really. Being very optimistic and excited. So as you know, gut health, right? Gut health can cause so many things when it's not going well, when it's not healthy. Having a good gut health, thriving gut health means that you're going to feel good. You're going to feel better. Your body's going to function properly. Because when your gut health is not healthy, your body is not functioning properly. You got to think about it as a car, right? I always compare it to a car. If something's not working in the car and you don't fix it, guess what? Other things are going to start not working right? It's the same thing as your gut health. So one thing that's so important is drink water. Drink as much water as you can. Now, some of you might be surprised at this. I know I was in shock, but the amount of water that you should be drinking, are you ready for this? Like, this is proven research and everything. It's half your weight in ounces. You take your weight, you divide it by 2, and then that's how many ounces you have to drink. So just imagine, okay, I'm there, I'm drinking all my water. It took me a while to get there because I was going gradually, because there's only so much water that you can force yourself to drink. But how I felt every time I drank that water is what encouraged me and motivated me to drink even more. So now I'm there. So remember, half your weight in ounces. So let's start with the beautiful Bio Cleanse. Hi, Jeline. So the Bio Cleanse is amazing. This goes into your body and starts the elimination process. Gets rid of all the toxins that we're getting from the air, from anything, the environment, the air, the things that we're eating, things that are a lot of times out of our control, right? Like, I mean, we try to be as organic as possible, but again, we don't have control of the soil. So the soils have toxins, and then the air has toxins. So those are all things that are going into our body that we can't stop, right? So this will go into your body and get rid of those bad toxins. Because when you have those bad toxins inside of you, that's what caused your gut health to decrease, right? So your gut health is not being thriving, it's not being good, and it's decreasing. I'm trying to think the other word. The opposite of improving is going the opposite way. This will help improve your gut health. So it gets rid of all of those bad toxins. It has magnesium in it. Magnesium is really good to help with the proper functioning of all of your systems, like respiratory system, cardiovascular systems, all of those body functions. It has bioflavonoids, which is really amazing. It's what gets your vitamins being activated in your body, and that's a whole other live, but just quickly, vitamins, our body is not, created to be able to absorb synthetic vitamins that are in our vitamins usually. And this helps with that. It'll help activate it so that your vitamins can be activated. I'm just trying to think. So what it also does, it helps increase the fluidity in your intestines. So adds more water, so it's easily to be eliminated. So as you can imagine, it helps with occasional constipation. I was trying to say the word altogether. Occasional constipation. I'm trying to think. Supports digestive system, obviously, helps with the digestive. And makes you feel just more comfortable, right? More comfortable and balanced. So that's our wonderful Bio Cleanse. It's amazing. It also puts, oxygenates your blood. So it gives you that boost because you have oxygen in your blood. So that is the Bio Cleanse. So now we've eliminated the bad toxins out of your body. Now we have the ProBio CA. So the ProBio CA is going to go in your body and add that good stuff, right? That good stuff in your intestines so that it's thriving, so it's working better, because that's what's missing. They have more of the bad bacteria, and that's what's making the imbalance. So this will go in. There's tons of probiotics in here. There's 5 digestive enzymes, 7 strains of probiotic. It supports gastrointestinal health, helps with IBS, you know, those nasty cramps that people get when they have IBS. It has antioxidants. It puts good bacteria in your gut. So that's what's good about it. It's really good. It's gluten-free and vegetarian, including the BioCleanse. So now we got rid of the bad toxins. We're putting good bacteria into your body. So we're preparing it, right? So now what else can we do? What else can we do to make it better? So now we have our slims. We have the microbiome slim, and we also have the hunger control slim. So the slim, it is, oh, everything's falling here. So the slim provides support for healthy glucose metabolism, cardiovascular health, blood pressure, helps with all of that. Healthy weight management, so helps to manage your weight. And I just want to point out on this, managing your weight means that it can go either way, right? We have people that need to gain weight, that are underweight, and they'll take the slim and it'll help them from gaining weight. We have people that are overweight, and the slim will help decrease the weight. Has raspberry, watermelon, and lemon. It tastes amazing. It's gluten-free, vegetarian, and non-GMO. And it also has the prebiotic in there. So the prebiotic helps feed the good bacteria so it becomes stronger and it multiplies more. Because what happens is that in your I'm trying to think, the gut health intestines, there's bad bacteria and good bacteria, like I mentioned earlier. But what the struggle is in there is that they're constantly at war, trying to take over your body. So if you have more bad bacteria, which is cause of the toxins, all the toxins that are coming into our body, then it's going to struggle, right? So then if the bad bacteria wins, then that's when your gut health decreases. So you want to feed the good bacteria. You want to put in the good bacteria, the probioCA, and you also want to feed the good bacteria so it gets stronger. But it doesn't just do that. It helps with the cardiovascular health, blood pressure, all of that stuff. Helps support for healthy glucose metabolism, helps with that. What you do is you put this in your water 30 minutes before your meal, could be before your breakfast, before your lunch, and then you drink it. You can drink it. Don't leave it on your desk or your table or whatever for, you know, for a long time. You just drink it as you go. So, and that's the microbiome. Now we have the amazing hunger control one. So hunger control does exactly the same as this one, as a plexus microbiome, but it has more of the ingredient that helps decrease appetite. So it has more of that polydextrose that's in there. So that's the only difference. And it's the same thing. You mix it, you take it 30 minutes to an hour and a half before your meal, whatever is more convenient for you. It could be before breakfast or before lunch. And I must say that, you know, I started taking these products 5 years ago. Approximately, it's going to be 6 years. Yay, happy anniversary to me. And it's been a whirlwind. My energy has increased. I was somebody that was extremely exhausted. I have no thyroid. My thyroid was taken out after I had my second child. And I wasn't feeling well. I really wasn't. And I just didn't feel like myself. I felt like, is this the rest of my life? Is this how I'm going to feel for the rest of my life? And the triplex has helped tremendously with this, as you can imagine. So this is the triplex, the 3 products in one, our most famous combo. And we have an amazing deal on that right now to the end of March. Contact me or contact whoever that you know that is taking Plexus, because it's an amazing deal. So the membership is about $52 off, which is hardly ever heard of. And the kits, you can get the kits, which this is a kit. The triplex is one kit. There's bigger kits and smaller kits. and you can get this kit practically $40 off retail value. So, and there's free shipping on top of that, free shipping. So I'm going to ask my wonderful friend Suzette to come on before she comes on. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Jamie. I just wanted to introduce her. So Suzette, we pretty much started Plexus at the same time, and we met actually in Vegas at the convention. We knew of each other, but we hadn't even spoke to each other yet, and we kind of clicked really, really quick. Me and Phil and her and Paul clicked really well, and we started hanging out, and then we went to the second convention and became even closer, and I must say they're a hoot. They're lots of fun. So I'm going to invite you on. Hello, Sonia. Hello, Melanie. Oh, here you go. Wow. She's already there and ready. Did she not come on? Oh, I didn't, I guess. Oh, here she is adding. I thought I pressed it.
Hello.
Hello, girlfriend.
How are you? Oh my goodness. Mel, first thing I want to say is I miss you. I miss you.
Don't cry.
Yeah, I know. It's sad. It's sad. I haven't seen you since last summer. Last summer at the campground, remember?
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. And
I remember that. You surprised us, which was an
I
amazing
know.
surprise.
No. We're like that, eh? We're just go with the flow kind of people. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're a lot like us too. I think that's why we
I
click
know.
so well.
I know. And you mentioned Vegas. Oh my goodness, what a time that was. We had so much fun.
2 years in a row. I know. I can't wait to go back.
Do
I
you
miss it.
do you remember the restaurant Mon Ami Gabi?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
those
Yes.
waffles and the big coffees. Oh, it was so good.
I remember all the restaurants we go to. Like Paul and Suzette know where to go eat. Let's just say that. They know where to go eat. And it was so funny because they would send us a message, during lunch or breakfast, what are you guys doing? And then we'd always say, where are you guys eating? We're going with you guys. Because you guys know where to eat. And every time you brought us to a restaurant, it was always like,
so
oh,
good.
wow, amazing.
Yeah. No, we have lots of fun, that's for sure.
Yes. So Suzette, if you want to share with us how you were introduced to Plexus, what has that brought you health-wise and also wealth-wise? I know that you're a Ruby ambassador now, so go ahead.
Oh, wow. So like Mel had said, we came in around the same time because for me it was the end of June in 2015. And
me was July 7th.
Yeah, so it was like 7 days apart because it was the 30th of June actually. Yeah, I didn't even realize that, to be honest with you, that it was so close. So and it's funny because Paul is the reason why I started Plexus. And like sometimes I'll say to him, now this is all your fault,
Yes.
It's all your fault that I'm going out and having fun with the girls, but anyway, he was having some gut health issues, and he had saw on Facebook, people post about this Plexus, and so he said, I think I want to try it. Like, he had his mind made up beforehand, but men are like that sometimes, eh? They just, whatever, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Women are a little.
It's funny you say that because Phil was the same way. Phil's the one that started also, and I kind of just hopped on, and then I took over.
Right. I
was like, this is too much fun.
Yes, and I remember that night when we signed up, I was like, wow, Paul, if you're going to do it, I'm doing it too, because we always do everything together. And I was like, I didn't think I was unhealthy or anything like that, but I was like, it can't help. It can't hurt. I mean, it can't hurt for me to try the products. Why not, right?
Natural products.
So, and let me tell you, I didn't realize I felt bad until I started feeling good. And you talked about the triplex before I came on. Well, that's what we started with. And to this day, I'm still taking the triplex. And what it did for me, like, I noticed my energy level was like through the roof. I just felt so good, so energized, so motivated. And I noticed, like, you mentioned the BioCleanse, like there's not a day that I do not take my BioCleanse. BioCleanse is my friend. And you mentioned like how it oxygenates your cells. And like, so it gives me even more energy, and I feel so clean. I feel clean. That's the only way
Mm-hmm.
I can describe it. Like I heard someone say one time, like it feels like it gives your insides a shower. Well, that's what it's like. I
Yes.
really
Like I could,
feel
yeah.
clean. I do from taking the products. My sleep. Oh, if I don't take my Slim, and yes, shame on me, there's been times that I have not taken my Slim faithfully.
I know. I was like that with the bio cleanser
Right,
at
we
work.
had
I
this
noticed a big
conversation.
difference.
And if I don't take my Slim, I notice I don't sleep soundly. So since January 4th, I was like, yep, I'm getting back on the Slim every single day. And I noticed a huge difference in my sleep. So I'm sticking with the Slim now for sure.
Oh yes.
Um, Psoriasis on my scalp, less flare-ups, all thankfully due to the probioca, the probiotic. Like skin issues is a gut issue, and I didn't know any of this stuff before. I didn't. I didn't know any of it. But once I got into Plexus and started doing a little research of my own and hearing people's stories, and like someone would say, "Oh, it helped me with this." I'm like, "How is that possible?" And you go and you look it up and research, and you're like, "It's a gut issue. Everything is connected to our
Absolutely.
gut."
Yeah.
It's amazing actually. It's quite our bodies are quite amazing. They are and how they
It is.
run,
Yeah.
right? Um, and then the community side of it, like Mel, I think
Mm-hmm.
about like we probably would never have met,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
And I have a
Who would I went to lunch with when I went to pregnancy for
exactly,
work?
exactly. And I love that. I love that we have
Yes.
such a good friendship. And it's not
Yeah.
and the other thing I like about it, it's not just always Plexus for us. Like we
Mm-hmm.
go and have lunch and
No.
sometimes we won't even talk Plexus. You know, we talk
Yep.
life. I ask about your kids, about Phil, how work is. Like we're real friends.
Celebrate our birthdays together.
Right, right, and that sort of thing. Yeah, that reminds me, it's only a couple of years ago where was it? St. James Gate.
My 40th. Yeah, it was last
Was that?
year.
No. Oh yeah, last year.
Oh no, it was COVID. It was the year before.
But
My
that popped up
39th.
in my memories just the other day because it was your birthday.
We had fun that night.
Oh, that was
Holy,
so
we
much fun.
yeah.
And I think about, all the friendships and all the people that I've met
Yeah.
through this,
Camping.
through this. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's so much more than health. I mean, that is a big part of it. But there's also the community and the accountability, the support that we give each other and we have for each other. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's next to none.
Funny you mentioned that because I say this almost on all of my Sunday lives is, for the COVID, like we were online almost every
Yeah.
night talking to each other and supporting each other and because we didn't know what was going to happen and
Mm-mm.
we're like, oh my god, what do we do
What do we
now?
do now?
So we had that support and I thank God to it every day
Mm-hmm.
because even the sick and shares that the corporate organize a few a week, I felt it kept us
It
going,
kept
kept
us
us occupied,
connected,
right?
and
Yeah.
then like when all that happened, like we had no idea what was going to happen to our business and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you now, my business thrived through the pandemic.
Yeah,
I
me too.
ranked Ruby in June of last year,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
all in the midst of a pandemic. So that tells you something. It tells you
Mm-hmm.
that, our business is legit. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just for a certain few. It's for anybody who would like to do this. And the
Yep.
money is real. The money is real. It
Mm-hmm.
really is. Like when I
Okay,
sometimes,
well, let me ask you
well,
this. Like, I know everybody that I've talked to, and for us, and we hear it all the time. Like, every time we're watching somebody else's, YouTube or the live, and they talk about their experience. Like, what did you think about your first paycheck?
so my very first one, it's funny because see, I joined on June 30th, which means I
Yes.
didn't have any time to work, right? So
Oh, yeah, because your first paycheck would have been 2 weeks
yes,
later.
and it was like $2.19 or something. And it was so funny because they actually sent you checks then. I actually got a
Yes,
food,
I
right?
remember.
Remember we used to get,
We'd wait. We're like, oh, I can't
oh
wait
my
to get my
goodness,
check.
we've come so far. We really have, but
I know.
but in such a short time. But yeah, we used to get a physical check, and it was $2.19, I think it was, something like that. And I was like, what the heck is this? But as
Mhm.
like I've that very first month was the only month that I've ever had to dish out money for my product. My
I know,
initial
me too.
and every month after that.
Mhm.
And like I wasn't even going to start a business. I had
Yeah.
no intentions. And I we hear it all the time, don't we?
Hmm.
But it's
Yeah.
like I tell you what happened to me when I started. It wasn't long. I wasn't in it long, maybe even a couple of weeks when I started noticing the community and the support. And that was
Hmm.
important for me. And it it drew me in where I wanted to tell people about it, you know? And then I
Yeah.
started feeling good on the product. Like, how can you not
And
tell
then that
people?
motivates you even more because you're like, oh my God, I want everybody taking this product.
Yes,
You want everybody to feel what you're feeling. Yeah.
yes, yes. And it's
Hmm.
nothing crazy. It's nothing. It's plants, people.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, exactly.
plants, you know? And I know some people are skeptical. They are. I mean, I was skeptical. You were probably skeptical, right?
Oh yeah, of
But
course.
I always
Hmm.
say to people, you're never gonna know until you try it. You're not
Hmm.
gonna know. And there wouldn't be thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people doing this if it wasn't working for them. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
doing this for almost 6 years if it wasn't working for me, the
exactly.
products
Yeah.
and the business, you know?
Yeah,
Um, I
absolutely.
tell people if you want to just get your products covered, get three friends
Hmm.
to do it with you, you know? Get
Yep.
them as your
And that's it.
accountability partner. Hey, I want you to do this
Have
with me.
fun.
Have fun with it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then it just grows. It just grows from
I
there.
know.
Because then,
Like for us was a, oh, sorry, what were you going to
well, I
say?
said, like, you get your three friends to do it, and then they're like, well, I know somebody who,
I want mine free too.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it just comes natural. It
Yeah.
really does. And I think sometimes we overcomplicate it. We overcomplicate our business sometimes because it really isn't that complicated.
But it's like you said the other day, it's just like sharing. You're sharing your, oh, my mom's there. Hi,
Hi,
mom.
Mom.
And hi, Sandra. So you're just sharing. It's like when you see an amazing movie. Like me and my kids went to see Tom and Jerry the
Was
other
it good?
day, and oh yeah, it was really good. So every mom I see, I'm like, oh my God, I went to see Tom and Jerry. It was amazing. It was a really good movie. The kids loved it. But it's the same thing. It's like, oh my God, I just started this pink drink. I love it. It makes me feel so
You should
good.
try it. Would you like some?
Yeah. So it's
Would
the
you like
same.
some? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and
That
I
easy.
know sometimes we get, I know I do. I think sometimes people look at me like I'm crazy, right? They do. People look
Mm-hmm.
at me like I'm crazy, but like I said, I would not, I would not, for one, I would not be taking the products if I didn't believe in them, if I didn't think they were safe, that kind of thing. If
Oh,
I, if
absolutely.
I, if I was losing money, do you really
Yeah.
think that I'd still be doing it? Right? And then
Yeah,
I say to my
exactly.
friends, this is me. This is me you're
Yes.
talking to. I would never try to ask you to do something with me,
Yeah.
right? If I thought it was going to hurt you or if I thought it was going to take your money or whatever.
Hmm.
So it's up.
And when you think like it's plant-based, like you mentioned, it's natural products. But when you think of when you think past in the years, the things that we've tried that were sold in the
I
stores,
know.
and we never asked, we just
We just
tried
do
it,
it.
never looked what was in it.
Yeah.
And this was natural. So I was like, but it's natural. Why would I even look into
I
it? Like I knew
know.
that
I
it
know.
was
It's so weird how
something that's
our
going to be healthy, but
it's so weird how our
the one
minds.
thing I didn't know is I did not know if it was going to work. That was the only thing
Right.
that I couldn't say for sure. So I thought, why not
Why
try
not
it?
try?
And yeah, and when it comes to the paycheck, for us it was a little bit different because we started July 7th, right? So we had the
A
whole
month.
month because you get paid once a month, guys. So when we had our first paycheck in August, and for me it was Phil that took over because he
Yes.
started like he was really into it and was reaching out to people, and I was like, I don't want to tell anybody, I don't want to bug anybody, but he was like really on the go. And when we got our first paycheck, I'm like, and I showed him, I'm like, what is this? I'm like, he's like, well, that's because we got so and so, we got 3 people, and I'm like,
Oh,
and this is the amount that we get. I
yeah.
was like totally surprised and excited. I was like, oh my God. And it paid both our products,
Mm-hmm.
and like you mentioned, we've never paid for
Mm-mm.
our products again.
No.
And the $2 is funny you mentioned that,
Mhm.
because I have another ambassador that just reached out to me this week, and she sent me a copy of her email. She says, "Is this a virus?"
I know, I
She's like,
get that
"It's the
too.
$2.13." Because the same thing. She didn't really, work the business yet, so she was like, "I don't understand why they're sending me $2." I
So
was like, "Yeah,
funny.
yeah, that's for you."
That's for you. And there's more where that come from. And you know something
Yeah,
too, Mel, like since even from when we started, like there's even more money to be made now than there was then.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Because
and I think
because
you'll see. Yeah,
they're always giving us these
incentives.
extra things like to work
Mhm.
towards and all that kind of stuff. It's just incredible. Always sending us stuff. We're always we're always getting stuff in the mail, like
Yeah, I know.
NutriBullets, and actually these I got these for
Earbuds.
free.
Yeah.
I got a scale, my new Wi-Fi
I'm
scale.
still waiting for my scale. It's on the way.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I can't wait. And the Yeti, got a Yeti,
Yes.
an iPad.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's always incentives, so it's a lot of fun.
And I'm working towards a laptop.
Yes.
I want that laptop.
Yes. How many days are left?
Yeah. I, little 2 weeks.
But no, we have a lot of fun, so and that's
Yeah,
important
we
too.
do.
Yeah,
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Suzette, for sharing. I appreciate it so much. I love talking to
I
you.
know.
It's like you mentioned a while ago, we haven't seen each other in so
I
long.
know.
And yeah, I miss you guys a lot.
But
Someday we'll come back to Fredericton.
summer
Yeah,
is coming, and we'll
camping.
be camping down there in the area down in Shediac somewhere. So
Yes, yes.
we'll definitely
Sure.
hook up with you
Yeah,
guys.
tell us next time we go to Shediac, because we go to
Yep,
Shediac a lot too.
we will. We
Yeah,
will. And say hi to Phil
perfect.
for me and Paul.
I
All
will.
right.
Hi, Phil. Yeah, say hi to Paul.
I will. I will. All right.
Okay. Well, have a great
You
night. Thanks
too.
everybody for coming.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye-bye.